all the teams that have shown up to the scene, they all train, we all work together at times, and this just shows how when it all counts, we all work together as one big family.
It's true, and we've also seen different people across the community stepping in, either providing water or some sort of assistance, but the law enforcement, or excuse me, the first responders rather, gosh, you guys have been doing so much over the night. And I know your efforts are very appreciated across South Florida this morning. And I do want to ask you, Maggie, the weather. We keep talking about the weather. Viv is keeping an eye on the radar. Has this stopped the efforts right now because of the thunder and lightning? It has not.
We will not stop because of rain. The only thing that would stop us would be lightning. So we are monitoring the situation. Obviously, rain will slow some of the processes, but it will definitely not stop us unless we get indications that there's the possibility of lightning in the area, and we will have to, make sure that the crews are safe and make sure that everybody that's working is in a safe place. But in the meantime, we will continue to work until we are told that we cannot work because of lightning.
That's great news.
And we certainly appreciate that, Maggie. How many units are on scene right now?
At this moment, I haven't received an update, but the initial response was over 80 units.
And what happens next? Moving into the afternoon, it's 10:30 right now. In an hour and a half, we're going to break into the afternoon. What happens now?
At the time now, we're switching crews. The crews that were working in the middle of the night were supposed to leave this morning, so a lot of them have stayed. The new crews that arrived this morning to work are showing up on the scene. There will be rotations of crews, but the work effort will continue. There will be a continuous flow of work at all times. We're open 24/7, 365. So we're just going to continue working, and based on what information we go gathering, we will monitor and move our plan accordingly to focus on certain areas if they find that those areas need more attention because they have found something. It's a moment by moment type of situation, waiting to see what information we gather and what the next move is going to be. Is going to be based on the information that we gather at the moment.
Maggie Castro with the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue. Thank you so much for clearing up all this information for us. We know you're busy, so we really do appreciate your time. All right, and just a quick recap in case you're just joining us right now. I was a spokesperson for the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, and it's so important to hear from her because that agency is leading this effort right now. And the really important things that she said are basically, there's still hope. There is still hope at this hour. That is so important for all the families out there praying and holding on to that hope that their family members, that their loved ones are okay and under that rubble. I know it's hard to believe when you see those images, but we're hearing it from someone who's on the ground.
She even talked about the canines, how these are live, like they look for people who are alive under the rubble. It is not cadaver canines. Those will be called in, unfortunately, later on if it does turn into a recovery mission. Right now, it's search and rescue. So they do have a couple of areas of interest. I think that was the big recap of what she just mentioned. Canines that are searching that mound, that rubble, the collapse of the building. They have a couple of areas of interest. That means that there could be people who are alive under the rubble, so still keeping that hope alive. And we do want to head over to Rafael Pires. He is at the community center where a number of people have been reunified with their loved ones. Rafael.
Yeah, and as you just said, what the spokesperson there from Miami-Dade Fire Rescue said, there is still hope, and that's what a lot of people here are holding on to as well. So we want to quickly bring you guys here to the reunification area. We are at the Surfside Town Community Center. This is where family members are looking for their loved ones, people who are in that building. So right now we, as you might be able to see here, I'm not sure if we're grabbing up these images necessarily, but there's a lot of people here who are really just in tears. There are people who show up here really just broken down. It seems like they've got a devastated look in their eyes, and that's because a lot of them just haven't gotten in touch with their loved ones who were in that building. So again, we know that this area here is a reunification area. So there are people who are in the building at the time of the collapse. They've been brought over here, whether they were rescued or evacuated. This is one of the areas they've been brought to. But then there's also a lot of family members here as well, either already getting reunited with their loved ones or still waiting to hear some news about how they're doing. We did speak to several people here throughout the morning. I spoke to one lady specifically. She said she had several family members who lived in that building. She unfortunately had not heard from any of them yet, but she was here once again, that keyword, staying hopeful that she would learn some new information about how her family is doing. But we also spoke to one man who tells us that he was actually inside the building when that northeast side collapsed. He tells us that he heard the noise and was actually confused about what was going on and didn't realize that the situation was so serious until Miami-Dade Fire Rescue knocked on his balcony. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Well, I was sleeping and I heard a lot of noise. And then I heard a big bang. And the bed moved, the whole house moved. And I was surprised, so I got up from bed, went to the front doors, tried to open it, they were kind of stuck together. I just couldn't open, gotta go and get the pliers to open it up. And I look around, I didn't see nothing, so I went back to bed. And I fall asleep until I heard somebody banging on my door. And it was the rescue telling me what's going on. And that's it. They just came over, took me to the apartment next door to the balcony. They cut the balcony fence that they have in there, and they brought the big ladder. And they picked me up, sat me inside, and brought me down.
Gotcha. And this is where we met up with him. He was here at the reunification center. Now, unfortunately, he tells us that pretty much everything he owned, all his belongings were inside of his condo. So right now he has no idea when or if he's even going to be able to go back and retrieve any of that. But a little bit of good news from him. He tells us that he does have some family members that he's going to be able to stay with. But for a lot of people who are here right now, that may not be the case. And that's why the Red Cross is here. Officials from all over the county and the region are here as well, trying to assist however they can. They've got dozens of cases of water. They've got coffee here. They've been handing out blankets as well, just trying to make these people comfortable as they go through this tragedy. And of course, the important thing for them as well for later on today and for the next coming days, they're trying to find some temporary housing for them because, again, it doesn't look like they're going to be going back to their units anytime soon. But some important information for people out there who are watching. If you are still looking for a loved one, again, this is the address. So we are here at 9301 Collins Avenue. So right on the intersection of 93rd Street and Collins Avenue here at the Community Town Center. This is where you can come find hopefully some information on your loved ones, check in on them. Because again, a lot of them don't have their cell phones right now. They don't have the ability to communicate with their family members. So you might want to come down here in person, and people here might be able to help you. If you can't come down in person, there is a number you can try as well. That number is 305-614-1819. Again, that number 305-614-1819. So if you have gotten in touch with your loved ones, officials, they do want to hear from you. They want to get an accurate head count so they know exactly how many people they're looking for, how many people are here, how many people are safe. And again, as you heard Miami-Dade Fire Rescue spokesperson say, this search is ongoing and they are staying hopeful that they're going to be retrieving some people alive. So for that to happen, for us to assist them, they are asking for the public's help to give them that accurate head count. So again, whether you have already spoken to your loved ones or not, they want you to call that number or come down here and talk to officials. That'll help them during this investigation. We're now reporting from Surfside. Raphael Harris, today in Florida.
All right, Raphael, and our continuing coverage of this partial building collapse in Surfside will continue right after the break.
This Independence Day weekend, get waterproof one-month flooring for only $279.
Yeah, I forgot this damn thing was going, okay? But anyway, yeah, guys, I was just talking about some things that I need to do and stuff, guys. Yeah, it's tragic. It's just really, really tragic. It just goes to show also that, you know, you really need to be grateful for and count your blessings, because you never know. I'm trying to do something to my head, y'all. Y'all know I'm just getting up, right? Ugh. Let me just move this candle out the way. Okay, y'all. Here we go. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm not dressed. But yeah, that just, it caught me off guard, you know. It caught me off guard. Normally, I don't even watch the news. And my mother I was talking to my mom, and she was telling me that I really do need to start watching the news. So yeah, she's right, guys. It's just, it's so sad. But you really do need to count your blessings and be grateful for everything that you have, because you never know when it's gonna be gone. I mean, I'm sure those people probably thought they had time to eat another bowl of cereal, or, you know, take a shower, you know, and I'm saying it like that because it's the smallest things. Try to ignore the noise out there. I do have my door open, as y'all can see. I got my door open. So, okay. But anyway, what I'm saying is you shouldn't take the little things for granted. You shouldn't take the little things for granted, guys. Like, just being able to go use the damn bathroom, even. You just shouldn't take it for granted. And you should also be very grateful for what you have. I mean, even if it's not a lot, you don't have to have, say for instance, a condo like these people, you know, on the ocean, like this apartment. But you can have an apartment the size of a closet. At least it's yours. And all I'm saying is, just be grateful for whatever it is that you have, because you don't even know how long you'll have it. So you just never know. And this is a classic case of it. I can't even imagine how these people feel. I can't. Look at that. I mean, I know y'all seen it, but just the way it went down. I mean, so my neighbor is sitting outside right now, okay? And when I opened up the door, I asked him, did he hear about this? He said, yeah, you know, he's out there reading the paper and stuff, sitting outside. And he said, yeah. And I said, you know, what causes a building to just go down like that? He said, when it's not maintained. Look where it's at on the ocean like that. Y'all probably already saw that. I don't know, because y'all, I start doing other stuff. I don't know how much y'all saw or heard me. Y'all know, hey, I talk to myself, so y'all probably heard some shit. I don't know what y'all heard. Whatever y'all heard, whatever. But anyway, I asked him what could make a building go down like that. He just said because old building and not being maintained. You know, just not maintaining it. That's what can happen. So I'm gonna have to, you know, say that, yeah, that's what made common sense, because had it been maintained throughout the years, serviced, shit, it would have been strong enough, right? it couldn't have possibly went down like that and be in rubbles like it is right now, if it was maintained properly. So I don't know how old that building is, but yeah, guys, yeah. And then getting into real estate now is I guess that's why it really got my attention now, because I'm in it now. Like I'm in it, you know, I'm learning, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing for me, you know, before I make my first buy, you know, before I make my first purchase, buy my first condo or whatever, you know, because that's what I plan to do, guys. I plan to get me a condo, you know, hopefully this is, you know, my last rental. Hopefully this apartment is the last. Hopefully this is just my little beach hut, you know, last rental, baby. Ooh, I hope so, okay? That's why I have to do the 2 snaps so mad. Oh, Lord. Oh, guys, let me just take that back and claim this shit. This is the last rental. Period. Okay? Mama got plans, big ones, okay? Huge ones. So yes, I'm gonna take that back and be real self-assured and confident that this is the last rental. Matter of fact, I already told my neighbor that yesterday. I said, this is it for me here, you know. Don't get me wrong, I like it here. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, honey. I like it here. It's cute here. It's nice. Don't get me wrong at all. Like, well, you know, my neighbors are nice still. They still cool. Some of them, they still all right, you know. Hey, I can't be mad at people. You know, I could, but what? I can't. You know, I really can't. That's not really my nature, y'all, like that. You know, for the people that really know me, this is really not. I don't hold grudges and stuff. Y'all know I don't. It's just too much to do out here, and to be sitting up mad, that takes too much energy. It really do. And I ain't got that type of energy. I gotta, you know, put that towards my studying and stuff. I can't do it. But all I'm saying is, yes, this is the last rental for me. So, yeah, you gotta do your research, guys. When you are looking to buy, you wanna make sure you're not getting a building that's so old and not, you know, the maintenance on it is done, and you want to make sure that, you know, all that stuff is up to par, because you don't want a situation like this to happen to you. So yeah, guys. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling now, but stay tuned.